Assalamu alaikum guys. So today we're gonna do a quick revision on lesson 2.1 slope intercept form. This lesson focuses on three ideas. Find the slope intercept form, equation of the line in slope intercept form given a graph. Second idea is find equation of the line giving only 2 points, and last idea is graph the line giving the equation itself. So let's start with the first idea. If I have the graph ready, I have three steps to follow in order to find the equation of the line. First thing, I need to find the slope. Since I have a graph, it's a good idea to use this formula to find the slope. There is actually two formulas for slope, either using rise over run. If you find it hard or you don't like using it, rise over run, remember rise is either going up or down from one point to the other, and run going right or left from one point to other. If you find it challenging, you can of course go by the basic one, m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. For this formula you need of course 2 points on the graph, and you need to locate them and use them. But personally I prefer rise over run. If I have a graph, it's easier and faster. Second step is you need to find the y-intercept, and lastly you need to write your information, substitute it in the equation by keeping y or x. Y and x are variables, they are different in every point in the line, but m and b, they are constant, they are basically the values that will not change throughout the line. طيب, remember girls, b represents the y-intercept. Y-intercept is represented by b, not y. This is the y value in y coordinate, x, y. M represents the slope. Okay. Now, let's see these questions again. I'm gonna solve the questions in the PowerPoint. These are the 3 slides questions. This is not enough for you while you are studying. Of course, you have to go through all questions in the book. It's a good idea to open the booklet I already provided you and solve it. Basically, it's the same as questions in the book. Just note something, that some slides might contain questions that are not in the book. For example, this one, this is not in the book, not in the booklet, I think. Here, this question, and here, this question. These are not in the book. So let's start by the first idea. I'm gonna give you a graph and find for me the equation of the line of that graph. Let's start with this one. So I have two graphs. This is the first one, this is the second one. Okay. So in order to find the equation of a line, remember I have 3 steps to follow. Step number 1 is I need to find m. Personally, I prefer to find m using rise over run. Second step is to find b, which is the y-intercept, and lastly is to write your equation y equals mx plus b. Okay. To find m, I have to locate 2 points. In my case, I can see that this is of course, Banat, when you are locating a point, make sure that the point is on the line, of course, somewhere on the line, and make sure it's crossing, it's in a cross, I mean. So this point here is in an intersection or across. This point here is only in a straight line. This one here, it's on a cross. This one, it's on a straight line. This one, it's on nothing, literally. This one, it's on a cross. This one on a straight line. On a cross, I can see it. Any point on a cross, it's valid for you to use. Any other point, I can't use it. All these points are in a cross. Any other point, there is many actually, but I'm not gonna take any point that is not on a cross. I only need 2 points. In this case, I'm gonna take this one and this one. Both of them, they are on a cross and they are crossed by the line itself. So it should be on the line and on a cross. This is what I mean by a cross. An intersection, like this. These are all intersections. Once your line is passing by one of them, like maybe this, that, Anyway, the point that is in that specific intersection is a valid point. Yeah. Now since I have 2 points, I can use my rise and run to find the slope. So from this point, the green one, to the yellow point, I need to see how much should I rise and how much should I run in order to reach the yellow one. Okay, so what's my rise from the green? I have to rise down 1, 2 down. So my rise is 2 negative because it's down. And what's my run? I have to proceed from here and run to the right 1 place. So 1 to the right, so it's positive. My rise was 2 negative and my run was 1 positive. Simplify this. Positive with negative will give me a negative answer. 2 divided by 1 is 2. You can keep it as 2 over 1. It's okay. That's my M. Done. But miss, what if I select any other 2 points? Yes, you can. So suppose that I'm going to select again the yellow point and this one. Is it going to give me the same answer? It will. Let's see. Ask yourself from the yellow one. What's my rise? I have to rise down. 1, 2, 3, 4 down. So 4 negative. So my rise is 4 negative over. What's my run? I have to run to the right. 2 places. 2 places to the right. 2 positive. Negative with positive is negative. 4 divided by 2, it's 2. Or 2 over 1 is the same. Basically, it gave me the same answer. And you need to make sense of your answer. My line is going down. It's decreasing. So my slope should be negative. It makes sense to be negative. If my slope was positive, I have to recheck my answer, double check what went wrong. There is something wrong. Maybe I forgot a sign. Maybe there's something I forgot. Make sure to always make sense of your answer. Now, what is B? B is the point or the value when my line, my red line, is crossing the y-axis. This is the y-axis. And this is my red line. When are they crossing each other? Here. It's called the y-intercept. This number, this value here, it's called B, y-intercept. So my y-intercept is what? 1. Positive, of course, because it's above the 0. Here is 2, here is 3, so this is 1. So B equals 1, that's it. What's the point of the y-intercept? The point is what? It's 0 in the x, 1 in the y. 0, 1. Always the point of y-intercept is always 0 in x and something in the y. Any number. Okay? Since I found my m and I found my b, substitute by your equation. Yeah. Y and x, I have to keep them as variables since they can be any point. M and B, just substitute them. It's negative 2 over 1 plus 1. This is my equation. And slope intercept form. That's it. Let's do this one, but I'm gonna go faster now. First of all, find M. Second point, find B. Lastly, write your equation y equals mx plus b. Time. Let's do it. So what is my m? In order to find m, I have to use rise over run. يعني I need 2 points. Rise يعني up or down, run right or left. I need 2 points. Always it's a good idea to select the y-intercept as 1 point. And where is the other point? This one, it's on a line. This one is on a line. This one on a line. This one on a cross. So I can take it. These I cannot. Can you see? Yeah. Let's do rise and run. From this point, how much should I rise? I need to rise up. 1, 2, 3 up. So 3 positive. And run 2 to the right. Yani 2 positive. So my rise is 3 positive up. And my run, it's 2 positive to the right. Positive with positive will give me a Positive answer 3 over 2. M equals positive 3 over 2. Does it make sense that my slope is positive? Yes, because my line is increasing. What's the B? Is basically when my line is crossing the y-axis. This is the y-axis. It's crossing it here. What's the value here? It's negative 2. So this is B equals negative. And what's the point of my y-intercept? Y-intercept point is 0 and the y-intercept negative 2. This is B, and this is the value of x is always 0 because my y-axis is always there when the x is 0. That's it. خلصنا. Now just substitute. Y equals M is positive 3 over 2 x plus B is negative 2. Positive with negative should be a negative answer. So these together will give me a what? Negative answer. So y equals positive 3 over 2 x minus y, because positive and negative will give me negative 2. Again, this negative is for the B. It's not from the equation, it's for the B. Okay? So the B is negative 2. The M is positive 3 over 2. That's it. Let's go to the application. Here we have a word problem that is saying Sarah is filling a small water tank at a rate of 2 gallons per minute. The tank has a total capacity of 10 gallons. This is the total amount. It's 10 gallons. This is the amount you're going to start with, and it will decrease every single time the amount you need to fill. You need to fill 10 gallons at the beginning, and while the time is going, you're going to fill less because your tank is getting filled basically with more water. Find the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. Again, I need the slope, I need B, and I need my equation. What's the slope? Rise over run. Let's do it. Here I have a point. It's on a cross. And you need to zoom in to basically select a good point other than this one. This one is not. This one is on an intersection. So yes, I can take it. I can select this one. So basically, rise 2 down, run 1 to the right. So 2 negative, 1 positive. This is my rise over run. It's negative 2 over 1. This is M. Done. What's the slope? The slope is the B is when my line is crossing the y-axis. It's crossing it at 10, which is the total capacity. But not in real life application, the y-intercept usually is also the total amount of the problem, or the initial amount, or the total amount, or the starting point. Usually in real life situation, this is how it represents the initial start or the total amount. The equation y equals negative 2 over 1m x. This is m, sorry, I wrote it already. So m x plus b. What is b? It's 10. That's it. This is my equation. I'm done with first task. Second task, describe what do the slope and the y-intercept means. And the y-intercept, which is b equals 10, represents what? They said that total capacity of 10 gallons. Total capacity at the beginning. At the beginning of the tank. Okay? The slope m, it's negative 2 over 1, represents what? The rate that you are filling the water with the tank. So the rate of filling water in tank. The rate, or how many gallons I'm filling? 2 gallons per 1 minute. 2 gallons per 1 minute. So it's 2 gallons per 1 minute, because it's 2 on the gallon side per 1 on the minute side. This is minute, this is gallon. It's written gallon, minute. Or just the rate. Always the slope is the rate of change, or the rate of change in water level, or the rate you're filling your water, or just make sense of it. Here we have, how are the graphs, this one and this one, similar, and how are they different? I can see right away that they have the same y-intercept. So that this is how they are similar. Similar with what? Same b. How are they different? One of them have a positive slope, one of them have a negative slope. So different slope. One is increasing because it's a positive slope. One is decreasing because it's a negative slope. That's it. Positive 2 is m, so it's increasing. Once the slope is negative, then the line is going down, decreasing. What is the equation of the line that the slope is 3? Just without looking at the option, I'm gonna write my equation. Y equals mx plus b. The slope is 3, just I'm gonna write it down. Negative 3 is my slope. And the y-intercept is 2. Okay. B is 2. Which one is this? Is it this one? Yeah, subhanallah. This one? No. The B should be positive. No, the B should be 2. No, the slope is negative 3. So yes, it is this one. That's it. طيب, now the second idea is, what if I have 2 points and I want to find the equation of the line? In order to find the equation of the line given only 2 points, no graph, I'm gonna find a challenge in finding the b. The slope, I can find it using y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This equation, I can use it when I have 2 points, x1, y1, x2, y2. But the b is hard to find. I'm gonna use my equation of the line and one of the points to solve an equation and find b. Let's see. Again, here we have another problem that is not in the book. So here they want us to find the equation of the line that passes through any of these points. Let's start with this one. Here, in order to find the equation of the line that passes through these points, first step is find m. There is no equation, there is no graph, huh? So I'm gonna use what? y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Why did I use this? Because I can't use rise and run and I don't have a graph. I have only 2 points. One of them is 0.1, one of them is 0.2. I can use them as y2, y1, x2, x1. Step number 2 is find b. And lastly, write your equation. Yeah. So let's do the first step, okay? In order to find the slope, I need to name my points. This is the first point. I'm gonna call it x1, y1. It cannot be x1, x2. No, any point should have x and y. The other point is x2, y2. Now just substitute. It should be y2 minus, put the minuses first so you won't forget them. And then fill the numbers. What is y2? It's 2. Just write it down. What is y1? It's negative 6. Cross it and write it down. Can you see? I wrote the negative 6. I was not confused and I didn't think that this is the negative for negative 6. No, this is the subtraction that I have to write. Why? Because I wrote it from the beginning. What is x2? It's 1. Write it down. What is x1? It's negative 2. Same thing. Now once I saw that I have same signs فورا. Same signs will give me a positive answer. So just combine your signs. So you can work now. 2 plus 6, both of them same sign. Add 8 over 1 plus 2, both of them same sign, just add 3. So my slope m equals 8 over 3. You can leave it as this. Yes. To find b, I don't have the graph to find it by looking at the graph. No, I only have m that I found, which is 8 over 3, and I have 2 points. So what should I do? I'm going to use my equation of the line, mx plus b, and I'm going to ask myself, b, I don't know what is it. I don't know it. M, I have it. Can I substitute x and y by a value? Yes. I have 2 values actually. Which one I should select? Any of them. And myself, I'm going to use 1 and 2 as my x and y. X and y for me are going to be 1 and 2. Why did I choose them? Because for me they are easier to work with than negative numbers. So just substitute. Y, I chose this point. So just put the y of it, which is 2, equals 8 over 3 is my m. X is 1. Put a bracket. Don't forget that there is multiplication. Plus b. Now this is a 2-step equation, a 1-step equation you need to solve. 8 over 3 times 1 is basically 8 over 3. Plus b. By the way, in order to multiply fractions, you just put a denominator 1. 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 3 is 3. Anyways, now solve. That just cancel this. I have to do what? I have to minus 8 over 3 on both sides. What do I have left? B equals, let's do this calculation on the side. 2 minus 8 over 3. This is not a fraction. I have to write it as a fraction first. So it's 2. I can write it as 2 over 1. Now the problem is I cannot subtract 2 fractions with different denominators. So I have to multiply the one by something to make it 3. Just multiply by 3. Of course, up and down. So now my new fraction will be 2 times 3 is 6 over 1 times 3 is 3 minus 8 over 3. Now I can subtract, just put the same denominator. That's why it should be the same denominator. 6 minus 8, different signs. 6 is positive, 8 is negative. Subtract. So it's 2. Put the sign of the greater number, which is the 8. So b will equal to negative 2 over 3. I found b without the need of any graph. That's it. Now rewrite your equation, which is step number 3. Y equals, what is m? 8 over 3 x plus b. What is b? Negative 2 over 3. Positive with negative will give me a negative answer. So just rewrite this as what? Negative. Just don't leave 2 signs. That's it. Of course, you need to follow the same thing whenever you are doing these 2 tasks. I'm not gonna do them, but I'm just gonna give you a hint. Can you see this point? You can find the m by using x1, y1, x2, y2, but this point, just a hint, does it look like the y-intercept point? Yes. Any point with an x that is equal to 0, the first number is 0, the second number is b, always. Y-intercept point always looks like this. 0 in the first number, and the second number, whatever it is, it's called b. If it was 1, then b equals 1. If it was 3, then b equals 3. In this case, x is 0, then b it's 2. Can you see it? Here, there is a number, so it's not the y-intercept form. Although there is a 0 in the second number, I don't care. I care about the first one should be 0. So this is gonna give you an easier, this is gonna be easier for you once you want to solve this question, because you don't have to do this long step. you will already know that b equals 1, m equals what? Y2 minus y1, 1 minus 2 over x2 minus x1, 0 minus 2, which is gonna give me different sign, subtract 1 negative over negative 2. It's gonna give me a positive 1 over 2. So my line, you can check by yourself, girls. I'm doing it very quickly, and I know that some of you will say, Miss, wait, what are you doing? You can do it yourself and check your answer. And by the way, for the last question, question 30, the equation of the line will be y equals m is, 1 second, negative 1 over 2, negative 1 over 2, x plus 2. Let me double check. Negative, yes, negative 1 over 2 plus 2. Double check your answers. Let's move to this question. This is the type of questions that are a bit challenging, but of course you need to know it. Okay, so once you, don't be shocked, there is no graph, there is no point, there is nothing. Sometimes from our problem you can write the equation. Remember, y-intercept is always represented in real life situation as starting point, starting value, total amount. These are the keywords that will tell you, this value is a y-intercept. And usually it has a 1 unit, like either minute, either mile, centimeter, like 1 unit. You will not have centimeter per second, whatever. No. You'll have it as 1 unit. So these are hints to help you identify where is the y-intercept in a word problem. There is 1 unit for it. So for example, just by looking at this word problem, I can tell that these are the 2 numbers I'm going to use. And of course, this one is not the y-intercept because there are 2 units, miles per hour. Miles per hour. This is how we read it. Miles. This line means per hours. Since there is 2 units, then of course it's not the y-intercept. Y-intercept is only represent the y value, so it should be 1 unit. Okay? These are just hint. And of course goes the slope, y-intercept, b. Oh my god. The slope is basically 2 units. There are 2 units. Because if you noticed, the slope studies rise over run, like 2 values, the y over the x-axis, which is basically 2 units. Maybe miles per hour, centimeter per second, gallons per hour, whatever it is, like there's a per in the middle. And it's always representing the rate of change or the speed. These are some main keywords for the slope, and these are the main keywords for the y-intercept. It's a good idea to keep them in mind while you are solving problems. Let's read the problem. Becky is competing in an 8-mile road race. This is the total amount of road he's gonna have to go with. She ran at a constant speed فورا. Speed means what? Slope. This is the slope. فورا, I found it. So I can tell that m is 6 miles per hour. And one more thing that made me sure that this is the slope is basically this thing, miles per hour, 2 units. And it's the speed. What about the 8 mile? It's the total amount she's gonna have to run, which is the 8 mile. So since it's the total amount and it has only 1 unit, then it's what? It's the B, y-intercept. Write an equation in slope-intercept form to represent the distance Becky has left to run. So she wants to represent the distance she has left to run. This means that there is a subtraction that should be done. يعني I have to think about it. I need to finish all 8 miles. So my speed should be removing the amount of miles that I'm gonna have to complete later on. So basically y equals mx plus b. B is 8, but the slope should be negative. Why? Because I want to find the amount left. How much left? So there should be a negative amount that will be subtracted from the total that is positive. The total amount of miles she's running is positive. It cannot be negative because she wants to run this amount. Like, it doesn't make sense that you're running a negative amount of miles, but it makes sense that you're finishing in a speed of 6 specific amount of miles that are left or whatsoever. So this is the equation. Now some of you will tell me, Miss, why is the slope negative? But now go back to the gallon example. It's very similar. You're starting with 10 gallons and you're decreasing the amount left you have to fill the tank with. Does that mean your rate of filling the tank is decreasing? No, you're decreasing how much left in the tank. It just makes sense that you have to subtract from the 8 the miles that you are running. It does not make sense that you're gonna add them. Another students will tell me, okay, then I have to use y equals 6, which is the same slope, minus 8. You can do that, but the thing is, it will give you like the same answers, but they're gonna be with opposite signs. So it's always better to keep the where is it? The y-intercept, keep it as it is, and the slope make it negative. If you want to see how much left, then just do that. Here we have this question. This question is a very challenging question. Here we have this line and passes through these points. Find B and P. So my equation of the line is y equals 0.5 m x negative plus b. I don't know what is b, but I have a point that I can substitute with it. So this is my point, x and y. Just substitute by x and y. Y is 4 equals negative 0.5 times 4, which is the x, plus b. Then solve. 0.5 times 4, if you find it, it's going to be 2, but negative. Cancel the 2 by adding 2 on both sides. B equals 6. That's it, I found B. Now how to find N and P? Use the same points, but using what? The new equation. What's my new equation? Y equals negative 0.5 x plus b, but b I found it as 6. Okay? Use it to find p and n. Okay, what's my point? 3p. This is my x, this is my y. Substitute. So basically, y is what? P equals negative 0.5. What is x? 3 plus 6. Solve. So 0.5 times 3, it's basically 1.5 negative plus 6. So P equals, different signs subtract, is going to be 4.5 positive. This is P. Do the same to find N. The same thing, you will find N. Just N7 and substitute. Y equals negative 0.5x plus 6b. Substitute. What is x and y? Here we go. X is 7, y is n. Negative 0.5 times 7 plus 6. Solve this. You're going to find n equals something. That's it. So let's see this question. Which of the following pair of points have a slope of m equals 1? Just find it using the equation. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this is x1, y1, x2, 2. Let's do it. What is y2? It's 1 minus what is y1? It's 0 over what is x2? It's 1 minus what is x1? Is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 divided by 1, it's 1. So this point is correct. Check for the other points. I think you're gonna find 3 over, no, this is 2 over 2, which is 1. This is correct. 2 over 2, is it? Wow. This is also correct. Um, 3 over 1, this is not correct. Fine. Now let's go to the last idea here. What do I do when I want to find, or when I want to graph my equation? They're gonna give you an equation. First of all, you need to locate your y-intercept. So if your y-intercept is -1, go to -1 on the y-axis, put a point there. Then move by m to the new point. What does that mean? Follow the rise and run. So if your m is 2 over 3, my rise is +2, يعني 2 up. My run is +3, يعني 3 to the right, because run is either right or left. Rise is up or down. That's it. So just go up 2, then 3 to the right. Locate the new point and connect. And that's it. Let's see an example. Sketch the graph of each of the following equations. Let's do it. So the first one is y equals 3 over 8x plus 5. First step is b. Locate it. What is b? It's +5. Second, follow m. What is m? It's 3 over 8. شو يعني b is +5? يعني I have a point at 0, 5. This is my y-intercept point. Where is 0, 5? Go to the y-axis. This is 5. Now from here, move by m. يعني move by the rise and run. Rise is 3, run is 8. Rise is 3, يعني 3 up, because it's positive. Run is 8, يعني 8 to the right, because it's positive. So I'm gonna go 3 up, 1, 2, 3, then 8 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of course you're gonna have a graph that is enough for you to follow, but for now this is how we do it. Use a ruler to draw your line, and that's it. طب miss, what if I want to go 3 down and 8 left? You can do that. If you want both of them negative, it's the same, because negative and negative will give you a positive answer, but just follow the rule, it's easier. Let's do the other equation. Y equals -1 over 2x plus 3. -1 over 2x plus 3. First, what is b? It's +3, and I have a point at 0, +3. What is m? It's -1 over 2. By the way, the negative was outside. So you're either going to do it as -1 over the 2, that is positive, or you're going to do it as +1 over -2. Both of them cannot be negative, either the first negative or the second negative, because negative with positive will give you a negative answer. But if you put both of them negative, it will give you a positive answer, which is wrong. My answer is negative. So it should be a negative for one of them. I'll just choose the first one, doesn't matter. So rise 1 negative, يعني 1 down. Run 2 positive, يعني 2 to the right. Yalla, start by locating your b. It's at number 3. And then rise 1 down, 2 to the right. This is my new point. Connect. That's it. Here, graph this equation, then create a real life scenario that represents it. So basically, what's my equation? Y equals -2x plus 3. What is b? It's +3, and I have a point at 0, 3. What is m? it's negative 2, but I have to write it as a fraction, so it should be negative 2 over 1. So rise is negative 2 يعني 2 down. Run is positive 1 يعني 1 to the right. يلا أول شي locate number the B which is 3, rise 2 down, then run 1 to the right. This is my new point. Connect it. Sorry, this is not how you connect. It should be a perfect line. Try to use a ruler, but not. That's it. Create a real life scenario. Like basically, we know that 3 is B, which is the y-intercept, which represents the total amount. So I can go back to the gallon scenario. I can say that I have a tank to fill, which is what? 3 gallons in all. This is the total gallons at start. The negative 2, which is the slope, I can say that it's the rate of change in level of water. It changes 2 gallons per 1 minute. So the rate of change is 2 gallons per 1 minute. So I'm filling it. So I'm decreasing how much I have to fill. That's it. Describe and correct the error a student made when graphing the linear equation just by looking at this equation. And I'm gonna write my own rules. I know that first of all, B should be what? Negative 6. Can you see it, right? It's not positive, it's negative because the equation is already positive. So there's a positive that was cancelled because the B was negative. Step number 2, M is what? Negative 3 over 4, or I can write as 3 over negative 4. But I cannot write as negative 3 over negative 4. It cannot be. One of them should be negative. Then connect. This is my steps. Let's check the steps that the student wrote. Plot the y-intercept at 0, 6. That's incorrect. It should be 0, negative 6. So this is the mistake. Second point, 3 units down, yes. 4 units to the right. Or 3 units up, 4 units to the left. Doesn't matter. One of them correct. Connect the points. So the only mistake is she did not write the negative next to the 6. So the 6 is negative. That's the only mistake. Which of the following statements is correct about this graph? First of all, B is, I can see it, it's negative 1. M is 3 over 4. Let's see. The slope of the line is negative 1. No, that's the y-intercept. That's not correct. The line intersects the point 0, 3 over 4. Nope, that's the slope. ما خصه بالpoint. It intersects the point 0, y-intercept. صح. But this is not a point. The slope بعمره ما no point. It's not a point. It's a rate of change of the line. The line intersects the point 0, 1. لا, it's 0, negative 1. ما خص. The y-intercept is negative 1 وأخيرا شي صح. This is correct. The slope is 3 over 4. Finally something else is correct. The y-intercept is كمان تخبيص. Nope, nope, nope. So only these two are correct. That's it. طيب, here we have some questions that are additional practice for you. You can stay with me until I finish these questions, or you can close the meeting here, close the video here. Okay? So let's watch these. By the way, guys, I hope that you are stopping the video before I start each question. Try to do it yourself and check your answer afterwards. Which graph represents this equation? Again, I can see from my equation what? Can you see, guys? First, I write down what I understand from the equation. Then I check whatever they provide me. B is what? It's negative 2. M is what? It's negative 4 over 3. يعني either negative 4 over 3 or 4 over negative 3. يعني 4 down 3 to the right أو 4 up 3 to the left. Let's see. Let's check the y-intercept in all graphs. This is the easiest way to find out if your equation is correct or not. Let's check the y-intercept. Here in question in graph A, where is the y-intercept? It's at negative 2. Correct. Where is the y-intercept? It's at negative 2. كمان correct. Here كمان negative 2. وهير كمان negative 2. كلهم they have correct y-intercept. Let's check the B. So I have to go 4 down, 3 to the right, or 4 up, 3 to the left. I'm gonna go with the ones that are either down or up. Depends. So here I'm gonna go up. 4 up, 3 left. Okay, 4 over negative 3. يلا. So from my y-intercept, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 3 left. 1, 2, 3. I'm supposed to find a point here. Or I'm supposed to have my line crossing somewhere here. But it did not. It's not correct. One more thing that made me sure that this is not correct. The slope is negative. How my line is increasing? It should be decreasing. So A is not correct. And also D is not correct. My line is increasing. It should be decreasing. Yeah, it's either B or C. Let's check B. So I have to go 4 up, 3 left. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Here should be a point. But it's not here. It's somewhere here. Which is not correct. Let's check this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Finally, it's correct. So this C is the right answer. The rest are incorrect. So again, check the B. Then just make sense of the slope. If it's negative slope, then my line should be going down, decreasing. Positive slope, then my line should be increasing. Or just follow the steps. You can follow here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. My line is not crossing or passing by this point, so it's not correct. Same problem here, same problem here. But here it worked. Time. What is the slope in this equation? It's negative 3. This is M. Which statement is true about these? The slope of the line is 1. I don't know. Let's find it out. M equals, I can't use rise over run. I have to use this one. x2 minus x1. يلا. x1, y1, x2, y2. So y2 is negative 4 minus y1 is 0 over. x2 it's 2 minus x1 is negative 2. Negative with negative will give me positive. Negative 4, negative 0, it's negative 4 over. 2 plus 2, it's 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1 negative, 1 positive, so it's negative. My slope is negative 1, which is not correct here. The line intersects the y-axis at 0, negative 2. Let's find it out. I have to find B. Let's find B. B equals what? We don't know. I can use this point 2, negative 4 as my x and y, and I can use M as negative 1 to find B. The equation of a line, mx plus b, substitute by everything except b. Y is negative 4 equals m is negative 1 times the x, which is 2, plus b, and solve. 2 times negative 1, it's negative 2. Now solve, add 2 on both sides. B equals negative 2. So my y-intercept is negative 2. Then my line is crossing at point 0, negative 2. B and x. This is the y-intercept point 0, negative 2. So yes, correct. This is correct. The equation of the line is y equals negative x. Let's see. So what's my line? B and x are these. So y equals m is negative 1x plus b, plus negative 2, which is what? y equals -1 يعني negative x. It's the same. Plus positive negative will give me -2. You can leave it as 1, it's okay. Let's check the options. Y equals -1 hidden 1 x -2, it's correct. The line intersects the x-axis at -2, 0. X-axis at -2, 0. Yeah, this is one of the points already. So yes, it's also correct. If it's one of the points, then of course it's on the line, then of course it's crossing it. Rachel hikes at a steady rate from a ranger station to a campground that is 20 miles away. Campground. After 2 hours, she is 13 miles from the campground. After 4 hours, she is 6 miles from the graph shows the distance. Okay, what's the total amount she wants to hikes? 20 miles. Initial distance. Yes, that's correct. This is correct. Second of all, after 2 hours, she still have 13 miles. This is a point, Banat. 2, 13. After 4 hours, she has 6 miles. This is another point. 4, 6 miles. Use them as x1, y1, x2, y2. يلا find the m. y2 minus y1 يعني 6 minus 13 over x2 minus x1 يعني 4 minus 2. 6 minus 13 is basically -7 over 2, which is around 3.5 but negative. This is my slope or my rate of change. Miles per hour. -3.5 is the rate of change. Yes, that's correct. 3.5 is the rate of change. Nope. 20 is the final distance. No, that's the initial amount that she started with. Write the slope. Intercept form for the equation of a line with y-intercept is -5. This is b, and slope is 2, and this is m. So it's basically y equals m x plus b يعني plus -5, which is gonna give me negative. That's it. Easy. طيب, let's do these questions. Here we have more questions that are a bit challenging. Let's do them. These are the last question. Of course, stop before you start doing a question. Stop the video. What is the graph of this one? I'm gonna draw my x and y axis since they did not draw it. This is y axis, this is x axis. B, it's -1. So I have a point at 0, -1. Plotted, this is -1. Then m, it's -4, yeah, -4 over 1, which is -4 down over 1 positive, 1 to the right. Yalla, 4 down, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 to the right here. Just to graph your line. That's it. Your friend must complete 30 hours of community service. She does 2 hours each day, 2 hours per day. This is what? This is a rate. So this is m. And what's the starting amount is what? 30 hours. So b equals 30. And because we want to find the equation of a line represent the hours she has left, then my slope should be negative. So y equals -2x plus 30. That's it. Super simple. What is the y-intercept in this equation? I have to rewrite it in the form of y equals mx plus b. I don't want anything next to the y, and I don't want a bracket. So let's see. Again, my goal is for this to look like y equals mx plus b. Y is isolated and there is no brackets. First of all, distribute the bracket. Negative 2x, negative 3 equals 11 plus y. Cancel the 11, minus 11, minus 11. Now 11 with the 3 I can combine them, not with the x. Y equals negative 2x, same signs, so just add them up. This is it. What's the y-intercept? It's negative 14. This is b. Write the equation in slope-intercept form for the line that passes through this point and is parallel to the graph of. Because whenever there are two lines that are parallel, then basically they have the same slope. Remember, in our lesson, go back to the original PowerPoint of the lesson and open the first example in the first period. I gave you two lines that were walking together, and you had to find the slope of them. Both of them had a slope, I think, of 2. So, and I told you that, what do you notice? You told me that they have the same slope, and this means that they are parallel. Any two lines that are parallel, they basically have the same slope, always. So in this case, the slope of this line is what? M equals negative 2 over 3. Since it's parallel to my line, which I want to find, then also my line has a slope of m equals negative 2 over 3. But I don't know what's the y-intercept. They only gave me a point for my line. Since I have a point and I have a slope, I can find b. How to find b? You can use the equation y equals mx plus b. But now this is a very, very, very challenging question, huh? So m is what? It's negative 2 over 3. What is x and y? I have them. 6 and negative 11 plus b. If you solve it, b will equal to, there's 2, 4, negative 4 plus 4. So it's gonna be 7 negative. Try it out. Since you have 7 and you have the slope, the equation will be y equals negative 2 over 3 x negative 7. This is the equation of the line. If you got this answer, you're good. This is a very challenging question. It's just additional information in case you want to challenge yourself. Anyways, I felt that we solved many ideas for this lesson. It's more than enough. You will go practice on the booklet. Bye bye, good luck. Okay, so hi Banat. I was solving the booklet. I solved a lot of questions actually. And I said, why not to at least solve with you or record for you how I solve these main 3 ideas in the lesson. So in the lesson we took these 3 ideas: how to find the equation of a line given a graph, how to find the equation of a line giving 2 points, and how to graph an equation of a line. I'll start with the first idea as per the PowerPoint. Since the PowerPoint starts with this idea first, I'm gonna start with it first. So again, this is not explanation, this is just me recording with you how I solve these questions. So here my goal is to write the equation of a line. Again, to write the equation of a line giving a graph, I need to look for b, find b. Step number 2, find m. Since I have a graph, it's better to use rise over run. Step number 3 is write the equation y equals mx plus b. Let's see, find b is basically when my line is crossing the y-axis. This is the y-axis. When is it gonna cross the y-axis? It will cross it here. So I'll look for this number. The value here, that where my line is meeting with the y-axis, is basically number 1. So b equals 1. Sorry, what is this? It's 1. b equals 1. Now to find m, I have to look for another point where I can go for rise and run from my first point, which is b, to the other point. I cannot select this other point because it's not on an intersection. This is not. This one is also not. This one is on an intersection, or it's on a cross, so I can select it. So these are my 2 points. Yeah. Let's do rise and run. How much should I rise? I have to rise down, like going down. So my rise is 1 negative because I'm going 1 down. And what's my run? 1, 2, 3. I'm running 3 to the right, so this is my run. 3 positive, which equals to m. Plus I found m, and I found b. Now substitute in the equation. Y equals negative 1 over 3x plus 1b. That's it. Let's do the next question. Again, find b equals what? Here is b. It's equals to 3. Again, if you don't know why is it 3, just count. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 3. Step number 2, find m using rise over run. So I have to select another point. This is my first point. I need another one. This one I cannot select it. It's on a straight line. This one is on a cross, so I can select it. Yellow. What's my rise? I will go down 1, 2 down. 2 negative is my rise. What's my run? 1 to the left, and 1 negative. So it's gonna be negative with negative, positive. 2 divided by 1, it's 2. This is my m. Now last step, y equals m x plus b. That's it. Here, same thing. Find b. Done. Step number 2, find m using rise over run. This is my first point. I need another point. I cannot select this one. It's on a straight line. This one is on a cross. I can take it. This one I cannot. This one also in a cross. I can take it. So I can take either this with this, this with this, anything. Mix and match. I'll take just the first 2. So what's my rise? I will rise down 1, 2. So 2 negative is my rise, and my run is 1 positive, 1 to the right. So my rise is 2 negative, my run is 1 positive. It's gonna give me negative 2. That's m. Now lastly is the equation. Y equals m x plus b, which is 3. That's it. Next, here. Step number 1, find b. Here b. It's negative 3. Step number 2, find m using rise over run. So let's select another point. I can select this one because it's on a cross, but the rest are on a line. Yeah. Run 1 to the right, this is run, and rise 1, 2, 3 up, 3 positive. So it's going to be 3 over 1, يعني 3. The equation is y equals m x plus b plus negative 3, which is negative 3. That's it. طيب, let's take the other idea, which is writing equation of a line that passes through 2 points. I already solved this one. Let's solve this together now. So suppose that they gave you these 2 points. Again, first step, find m. Second step, find b. Then substitute or write your equation y equals mx plus b. طيب, to find m, since there is no graph, I cannot use rise or run. I have to use y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is x1 y1 first point, x2 y2 second point. Just replace the numbers with their values. What is y2? It's negative 5, so negative 5, done, minus. What is y1? It's negative 1, just write it down, over. What is x2? It's 0, just write it down, minus. What is x1? It's negative 2, just write it down. Now simplify the signs. Negative with negative will give me positive. Negative 5, positive 1 is negative 4, over. 0 plus 2, it's 2. So the m equals 4 divided by 2, it's 2. One of them negative, then it's negative 2. Now to find b, I can use the equation y equals mx plus b and replace x and y and m. But I noticed here something. They gave me the point 0, negative 5. This is a y-intercept point. Always the y-intercept point, the x is always 0. And the y, it's a value. This value is called b. So b equals negative 5. That's easy. So you're going to be so lucky if they gave you such a point. So I found x, m, and b. Just substitute y equals m is negative 2 x plus b plus negative 5. Plus to negative will give me negative. So y equals negative 2 x negative 5. That's it. Done. But let's take an example without them giving us a y-intercept. Pay attention here. This point is the y-intercept. Here it's y-intercept. This one is not, because the x is not 0. Once the x is 0, then it's the y-intercept point. Here it's an x-intercept. If you are confused, just use the original way. I'll show you again how to use the original way in this example. Type step number 1, find m. Step number 2, find b. This is the original way. Step number 3, y equals mx plus b. Just write your equation. Yalla. To find m, I have to use y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this is point 1, this is point 2. X and y, x and y. Yeah, let's substitute. So m equals, what is y2? It's 2 minus y1, it's negative 6 over x2 is 1 minus x1, it's negative 2. Now negative with negative will give me positive. 2 plus 6 is 8, 1 plus 2, it's 3. So m equals 8 divided by 3, it's gonna be 2 point something. Just leave it as 8 over 3. Yeah. Now to find b, I have to use, none of them is a point, just use the original way. What was the original way? It was, you have to use the y equals mx plus b, and b I don't know what is it, but I know m, it's 8 over 3, and x and y, it can be any of these points. I'm gonna choose x and y to be 1 and 2, which is the first, this point. This is my x and y. I can choose the other one, but I want to choose the simple one. So y is 2, x is 1, plus b. Then solve the equation, find b. 8 over 3 times 1 is 8 over 3 equals 2 plus b. Just minus 8 over 3 on both sides. then v equals 2 minus 8 over 3, 2 minus 8 over 3. 2 is 2 over 1, okay? Should be the same denominator, so just multiply by 3. It's gonna be 6 over 3 minus 8 over 3. To subtract fractions, just put the denominator down. 6 minus 8, different sign, subtract 2. Put the sign of the greater number, so it's negative. Negative 2 over 3. That's B. Here, substitute. What is M? 8 over 3 x plus, what is B? Negative 2 over 3 equals y. Or negative with positive will give me negative. Y equals 8 over 3 x minus 2 over 3. That's it. So you either use the original way, which is this way, substitute by the equation to find B, or if you are lucky, they're gonna give you B right away. We're done with the 2 ideas. The last idea is, I was solving it actually. I'll give you the equation, graph it. So to graph an equation, first of all, you have to identify what is B. B in the equation is positive 5, which is 5. So I have a point 0, 5. This is the y-intercept point. Go to 0, 5. This is 0, 5. The y-intercept 5. That's it. I found my first point. To draw any line, you need to find 2 points. I found the first one. Step number 2. From your point, go by m. شنو go by m? My m is 3 over 8, which is rise over run. Rise is 3, positive, so I have to go 3 up. Run is 8, positive, so I have to run 8 to the right from this point. Yellow, I have to go 3 up and run 8 to the right. So do it in any order, does not matter. I'm gonna run first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I ran 8 times and then rise 3. 1, 2, 3. This is my new point. And connect with the ruler, of course. That's it. The other one here, B from the equation, it's 3. So my first point is 0, 3, the y-intercept point. From here, use the m. What's my slope? It's negative 2. I have to write it as a fraction. I can say it's negative 2 over 1. Why as a fraction? Because I need to know what's my rise and what's my run. My rise is 2 negative, yeah, 2 down, and my run is 1 positive, so it's run 1 to the right. Yeah, I'll run first. You know what? I'll rise first. Rise 2 down, 1, 2, done. Then run 1 to the right. Here is my new point. That's it. Just connect. Done with a ruler. This is how you draw a line. Same here. Step number 1, find B. From my equation, it's 4. So my point is 0, 4. Locate it. Now from this point, I have to rise and run. M equals, what is M in the equation? Negative 3 over 5. This negative, it can be for the 3 or the 5. It cannot be for both. Because if it was for the 3, negative 3 over 5, negative with positive will give me back negative 3 over 5. But if it was for both, negative with negative will give me positive 3 over 5, which is wrong. It's negative. So it can be for either one of them. It's not for both of them. I'll just keep it for the one on top. Negative 3 over 5. So I'm gonna rise 3 negative, yani 3 down. And I'm gonna run 5 positive, yani 5 to the right. Yeah. Rise 3 down. Run 5 to the right. Done. this is my other point, and just connect. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it. I didn't. Wait 1 second. Yep, got it. So yes, that's it. This is what I was doing. I was solving these questions. Let me complete this one. Let's do this one together, and then I can go to the word problem by myself. What happened? I hope nothing happened. Yep. So let's just erase these. Okay. So again, to find the equation of a line giving 2 points, I'm gonna first find m, second find b, third use the equation y equals mx plus b. Yeah. Find m using y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Yeah. So basically these are my 2 points. This is x and y 1. This is x and y 2. Let's substitute. y2 is 2. Write it down. Minus y1 is 0 over x2 is 0 minus x1 is 4. 2 minus 0 is 2. 0 minus 4 is negative 4. This is my m. b, I can use the original way. Y equals mx plus b. Substitute by these and find b. I can do that. But I noticed, I seriously hate this. I noticed that they gave me this point, which is 0, 2 is the y, the y intercept point. شو يعني the y intercept point؟ يعني this is a point with a y intercept. How did I know? Because the x is 0. If the x is 0, then the other number is called the y intercept, which is b. So b equals 2. Done. If you don't want to remember this, just use the original equation. Just substitute y equals m is 2 over negative 4 x plus b, which is 2. That's it. Easy. يلا good luck بنات.